Hey YouTube, Eugene here. I hope you guys are all well. I want to thank you for joining me. I have a first impressions video on Guerlain Spiritueuse Double Vanille. I have my sample here. Got it from the Guerlain boutique out in Toronto. If you call your local boutique, you ask really friendly and act funny on the phone, maybe they'll send you some samples like my boutique did. So yeah, I almost didn't do this fragrance first impression as I was left unmotivated after I smelt it. It just sort of left me standing there scratching my head going, what is this? I can't smell anything and I can't review what I can't smell, so I was a little bit disappointed. I almost went and applied something else on because I was rather irritated, but you know, I got caught up at work, and in the meantime, the fragrance started to change. I started to enjoy it. I appreciated it, and I held off on applying something else, as this was sort of a roller coaster ride for me today. Yes, so, okay, this is a fragrance done by Jean-Paul Guerlain, year 2007. Concentration is eau de parfum. Classification is a Oriental. Now, this is marketed towards women, but I find this very unisex, very easy for a man to pull off without a doubt. The accords of this fragrance are vanilla, balsamic, warm, spicy, smoky, woody, and sweet, which I'm getting all of that. Now, the notes, pink pepper, bergamot, incense, which I'm not feeling. In the mid, you have ylang ylang, cedar, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine. In the base, vanilla and benzoin. So what do I get when I spray this fragrance? Like I said, I had a hard time smelling it. I had to recalibrate my nose. Just wasn't used to smelling things from Guerlain. I'm not used to the way their things are done. This was a very airy, very lightweight fragrance. No density to it. It was just sort of all over me. So I was having a hard time picking it up. But once I adjusted, I found this a very pleasing, just a very well done, fantastic fragrance, a great smell to it. Nothing challenging and not hard to wear. You know, it's just a beautiful, sweet fragrance. As much as I'm not crazy about sweet, this was a very well done, sickly sweet vanilla fragrance. So this opened up kind of spicy and fruity. I felt like there were some fruit notes in there, somewhat smoky. I was getting lots of wood notes. I felt like it was a little bit nutty. It was also giving me some kind of fuzzy feeling on my skin. So it's the first time I really felt that fuzziness. The vanilla, there was lots of vanilla in here. Like I said, sickly sweet. Vanilla comes in shortly after you spray this, and it's there for the life of the fragrance. Now the vanilla opens up very boozy. I'm sensing some rum here, and it kind of reminds me of vanilla extract. Now in the base, I'm getting lots of florals, specifically jasmine, and for some reason I'm picturing violet leaf. That's what I'm smelling, and you know, I'm sticking to it. That's my story. For some reason, I'm getting violet. I don't see violet listed anywhere in the notes. I've never heard anybody talk about it, but you know, the florals are definitely there, and that's what I get. So yeah, along with some vanilla and cedar notes. So like I said, this fragrance is very refined. I was having a hard time smelling it. You know, projection. I don't think it's the greatest on this fragrance, but it was there. You know, the longevity, it lasted me 10 hours, maybe longer, 12 hours. I stopped counting after 10 when I went home from work. But like I said, my only problem with this was the performance of silage and projection. I had a hard time smelling myself, but that's due to just Guerlain's refined, fantastic fragrance. You know, it's a very airy, very weightless fragrance, where tobacco and vanille, which this is oftentimes compared to, is a, you know, it's a bear hug of a fragrance. This would be considered more of a warm embrace, a blanket of vanilla. Now, Where would I wear this? I think this would be a perfect date scent where you're going to be close to your partner. A perfect office scent where you don't want to offend anybody, or even a place where it's fragrance free. You can probably get away with spraying 1 or 2 of these of this stuff on, and yeah, get away with it. Now I sprayed this on for my wife. I asked her what she thought of it, and she ultimately said, "Oh my God, you need to buy a bottle of this." She loved it right away. And when she says buy something, she really means it, because she never says that. She knows what kind of stuff I have, and she's always saying you don't need any more fragrance. But she smelled this and she was like, you need to buy a bottle. Now I got another compliment at work today. A guy walked past and he asked me if I was drinking some kind of chocolate flavored coffee. I said, no, it's my fragrance. And he came over and he got a whiff. He's like, wow, that smells amazing. And he asked me if I can work next to him for the rest of the day. So another coworker, he walked past and he was like, ooh, what's that cheap vanilla air freshener smell? So he picked up vanilla right away. I told him it was my fragrance. I sprayed some on for him. He was repulsed. He washed it off right away. He didn't like it at all. So I'm not really concerned what he thought. I know what he wears, so yeah, whatever. My biggest concern for this fragrance, this is a $300 fragrance, as well done as it is. My concern is the performance. But I do know that it performs, because I was smelling myself most of the day, even 10 hours later. As light as it was, I know I had a little bubble around me. Now, I'm curious as to the people that own this fragrance or have tried it or wear it. Do you reach for this often? Do you get bored of it? This isn't challenging whatsoever. I think this is something, even if I were to own, I don't know if I would reach for this very often. It's just a bunch of vanilla. As well done as it is, it's just sweet vanilla. So you know what? I'd really like to hear from you guys, to get some feedback. Do you guys reach for this? How do you feel about this fragrance? I would love to know. Guys, that's all I really have to say about Spiritueuse Double Vanille. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.